like a buttercup. You're a Barbie doll. Show them all what I'm made of. Strut down the hall. Won't stop till I get enough.
All right, so let's take a deep dive into this La Liga match. Rayo Vallecano versus Real Madrid. Kind of had, I don't know, everyone on the edge of their seats.
Yeah.
Real Madrid, big club. Rayo Vallecano, well, maybe not so much. You'd think easy win for Real Madrid. But get this, it was a draw. We are going to unpack just how Rayo Vallecano managed to pull off this surprise, this result, I guess you could call it.
Absolutely.
So we've got a detailed match report. It lays out every single play. We're even going to kind of touch on some of the stuff that's going on behind the scenes, like broadcasting deals and how that impacts the teams themselves.
Right. And what's so interesting here is that Rayo Vallecano didn't just like hang on for dear life or anything.
Right.
They were ahead like twice
Whoa.
during the entire game, which is pretty crazy considering Real Madrid's got, Bellingham, Vinicius Jr.
Oh, yeah.
The whole gang out there.
Yeah. It sounds like Rayo Vallecano had a plan, and they really put it into action. Let's break it down. Right off the bat, Rayo Vallecano, they come out strong. 4 minutes in, goal from you, Lopez. Did that set the tone, you think, for the entire match?
It definitely sent a message.
Yeah.
Scoring that early against like a powerhouse like Real Madrid can really, I think, shake things up a little bit.
Right.
It forces them to kind of play catch up, which is not their typical style at all.
Right.
And you could see it gave Rayo Vallecano a massive confidence boost just right off the bat.
Yeah. But Real Madrid's Real Madrid, right?
Exactly.
So they answered back, goals from Valverde, and then, of course, Bellingham.
Of course.
I was following it all on social media, and let me tell you, the energy
so.
from the Real Madrid fans online, it was unbelievable.
It was through the roof, I'm sure.
They take the lead. It looks like Real Madrid is, hitting their groove.
Yeah.
And they're about to take control, right?
I think so.
But then Moomin, right before halftime, ties things up. 2-2. Wait, hold on a sec. They scored twice in the first half.
Against Real Madrid.
Against Real Madrid.
That's not something you see every day, is it?
Definitely not every day.
No.
It speaks to, I think, Rayo Vallecano's, tactical discipline.
Yeah.
They didn't just park the bus and hope for the best. They attacked strategically. They took advantage of any weaknesses they could find in Real Madrid's defense, and they were just so good with their finishing.
Oh, so 2 goals, both sides before halftime.
Yeah.
That must have been an absolutely wild first half.
It was a battle, back and forth, back and forth. Real Madrid definitely had possession.
Right.
But Rayo Vallecano, they were just so efficient. I mean, every time Real Madrid thought they were getting the upper hand, Rayo would hit back.
Like, whoa, okay.
Immediately.
So tactically, what stood out to you? How did Rayo Vallecano actually, how were they able to stifle Real Madrid's attack? Did they just focus on, Vinicius Jr., or is it more like a total defensive kind of organization thing? I think it was kind of a mix of both, honestly.
Yes.
They were definitely, I think, aware of the threat that Vinicius Jr. poses.
Yeah.
And made sure to kind of double team him whenever they could.
Yeah.
Just really limiting his space to kind of move around.
Yeah.
But I think beyond that, their overall defensive structure, it was
great.
It was excellent. They maintained a compact shape, closed down passing lanes really, really quickly, and honestly just forced Real Madrid into making mistakes.
So this was more than just individual brilliance from Rayo Vallecano.
Right.
It was a whole team effort.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a collective effort for sure. Their ability to function together defensively as a unit was it was crucial to their success.
Okay.
And we can't forget, their goals weren't just lucky breaks or anything.
Right.
Those were well worked out, really showcasing their attacking power too.
So even more impressive, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't just get lucky. They earned this.
They earned it.
All right, so halftime, 2 goals apiece.
2 goals apiece.
What happens when they come back for the second half?
Well, it starts with another twist almost immediately.
Okay, this is getting good. Let's talk about the second half.
So Pelazon, he gets just a touch on the ball.
Pelazon, okay.
Redirects it right past Courtois.
No way.
Early in the second half, puts Rayo Vallecano back in the lead.
Wait, hold on. They went ahead again.
Again, yeah.
This is unbelievable. Courtois, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
One of the best goalkeepers.
Right, was the best.
And Pelazon just, I don't know, outmaneuvered him. How?
I mean, it wasn't like a power shot or anything. It was all about placement.
Okay.
Pelazon saw a tiny opening, anticipated Courtois' move,
Oh, wow.
and just kind of gently nudged the ball in the opposite direction.
That's brilliant.
It was really smart.
Okay, so at this point, you'd think Real Madrid,
Yeah.
they got to be feeling the pressure, right?
You think so?
The favorites, all this talent, and they're being like totally outplayed
Right.
by, well, a team that shouldn't be giving them this much trouble.
And that's where the mental game, I think, really comes in.
Right, yeah.
You know, we can talk about tactics and formations all day long,
Yeah.
but when a team like Rayo Vallecano shows up with like this level of grit and determination, I mean, it
You can rattle them.
rattle even the biggest giants.
Yeah.
So how did Real Madrid respond?
Well, they did. I mean, they eventually evened the score, right?
Right.
3-3. But even then, it wasn't like comfortable. It wasn't a cruise to a draw.
No.
The match report describes the last part of the game as, well, frantic?
Frantic, yeah, and
Yeah.
rightfully so. I mean, both teams,
Yeah.
they had chances to snag that win in the final minutes.
Yeah.
The report actually mentions Courtois
Oh, yeah.
making like this amazing fingertip save from a free kick.
Wow.
That could have easily been the game winner for Rayo Vallecano.
Oh, man. And then Vinicius Jr., right?
Oh, yeah.
Comes in as a substitute. Everyone's, expectations are sky high.
Sure.
Everyone thinks he's going to be the one to,
To break the tie.
break the deadlock. Right. Right.
And he almost did. There was
Yeah.
one moment where he nearly scored with a header,
Oh, wow.
but it just went wide.
I mean, talk about a few inches, right?
Wow.
The difference between victory and a draw
It's
in a match like this. Oh, and speaking of Vinicius Jr.,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
there was another incident
Right,
that
yeah.
actually turned out to be pretty significant. He picks up a yellow card,
I remember that.
arguing with the ref. At the time, it didn't seem like a big deal.
Right, but it has consequences.
Yeah, yeah.
That yellow card means he's going to be sitting out the next match against Sevilla.
Oh, right.
And so, like, this, what seemed like maybe a small moment of frustration,
Right.
has a ripple effect on the entire season now.
It's like a chain reaction.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. A yellow card here could have an impact weeks later.
Exactly. Yeah, and it adds, I think, like a whole other level of strategy
All right.
for the managers, They're
Yes.
not just thinking about this match in isolation.
Right.
They're thinking about, suspensions, managing their players, planning ahead for the next fixtures.
It's like a giant chess game.
It really is.
I mean, it makes you wonder if that yellow card was like a sign of their frustration,
Oh, interesting.
right? Because Real Madrid, they were supposed to win. I mean, comfortably.
Yeah,
And Rayo Vallecano, they just completely messed up their plan.
threw a wrench in the works.
Did that pressure lead to like Vinicius Jr.'s outburst?
It's certainly possible. I mean, we always talk about the physical and tactical parts of the game, but you can't forget about the mental side, too.
Yeah, yeah.
Pressure affects every player in different ways, and who knows, maybe in this case, it might have contributed to that yellow card.
Oh, and to add to the drama, 7 minutes of stoppage time.
7 minutes, wow.
That just shows how close
intense.
and how intense
Yeah.
this match was.
It was anyone's game.
Yeah, neither team was willing to just settle for the draw.
They wanted the win.
They wanted that win. Okay, so we've got this match, ends in a draw.
Unbelievable.
Superstar player picks up a yellow card out of the next game.
Right.
And just overall, a really unexpected result. What does all of this, tell us about these two teams. What are the key takeaways here from this, this roller coaster of a game?
Well, I got to say, biggest takeaway for me, Rayo Vallecano, not a team to be underestimated.
I agree.
Holding Real Madrid to a draw, I mean, that's a huge statement.
Absolutely.
Especially considering, like we've been talking about, they were leading
Yeah.
twice during the game.
And it really, I think, showcases the kind of the changing dynamics of La Liga right now.
Okay.
Smaller clubs are getting more and more competitive, and they're not afraid to go up against these big teams, these powerhouses.
Rayo Vallecano's performance, I think, is it's a testament to their tactical discipline. They're attacking, their style, and just their unwavering belief that they could do this.
Yeah, it makes you wonder if we're going to see more upsets like this in the future,
Oh, yeah.
Could this be the start of a shift in La Liga where these quote unquote smaller teams just start to consistently shake things up?
It's a real possibility.
Yeah.
I mean, the gap between the top clubs and the rest of La Liga,
Right.
it might be closing. And that's fantastic, I think,
Yeah.
for the league in terms of the excitement and the entertainment value.
Definitely.
If teams like Rayo Vallecano, if they could, maintain this level of play,
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to make for a very, very interesting season.
Okay, so speaking of interesting, we mentioned we'd touch on like the business side of
Right.
Liga, right? So like how do these broadcasting deals and how the money gets spread around, how does that play into the whole, the dynamic between like a Rayo Vallecano and a Real Madrid?
Yeah, it's a crucial point. I mean, the differences financially between these clubs
Right.
can be really big, right?
Yeah.
Bigger clubs like Real Madrid, obviously they have more resources.
Right.
They can get the best players, they can invest in their facilities, and that can just kind of
It creates that cycle
create this cycle,
where the rich just get richer
The rich get richer, right?
and the smaller clubs just can't.
struggle to compete.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then you have a match like this
Yeah.
where, Rayo Vallecano, even though they probably have way fewer resources, they still manage to totally outsmart
They outplay them.
and outperform
Yeah.
a giant like Real Madrid.
That's why this draw is so big.
It's huge.
It shows that, just being smart, tactical ingenuity, and that collective spirit can sometimes overcome those financial disadvantages.
Right.
It's a good reminder, right? Football, it's at its heart, it's a game of 11 versus 11, and
Anyone can win on any given day.
anything can happen.
That's true.
So for Rayo Vallecano, I mean, this has got to be a massive confidence boost.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Huge.
Shows them they can play at the highest level.
Absolutely.
But for Real Madrid, what now?
Right. How do they
bounce back from this?
especially
They
with
look
Vinicius Jr.
With Vinicius Jr. out.
missing that next game?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
I mean, they have the players, right?
They have depth. They do.
I got depth.
Yeah.
But his creativity, that attacking threat, I mean, it's going to be missed.
Yeah, they'll feel that absence for sure.
So maybe this draw,
Yeah.
maybe it's like a wake-up call, right?
so.
Like, hey, you can't just assume.
Can't take anyone lightly.
Yeah, you can't just waltz in and win every game.
Exactly.
You gotta be on your toes.
Every match is a battle.
Yeah. Yeah. This match, I mean, it really throws so many possibilities.
Wide open.
Wide open, right? Can Rayo Vallecano keep this up?
Right. Can they ride this wave?
Yeah. Will Real Madrid use this as motivation to just dominate the rest of the season?
It could light a fire under them.
I guess we'll see, right?
We'll have to wait and see how it all unfolds.
That's the beauty of it.
I know.
We've analyzed the tactics. We've looked at the individual performances.
The mental game.
Yeah, the mental side of it, even the money, right?
Finances, yeah.
But at the end of the day, football, it's about those,
Moments.
those moments of brilliance, the unexpected results.
And the stories that come out of it.
Yeah. Yeah. And the stories, that's what we love.
It's about the passion, the drama,
Yeah.
the heartbreak, the joy. I mean, this match,
It was all there.
it had it all.
So to our listener, we'll leave you with this thought. What does this tell you about where these two teams are headed? Can Rayo Vallecano continue to defy expectations?
Right.
Will Real Madrid just, learn from this and just go back to dominating?
Good questions.
These are the questions that I think are going to keep us all, hooked
Keep us engaged.
as we watch the rest of the La Liga season unfold.
Absolutely. This is what makes it fun.
This is what we're here for.
Yeah.
All right. That's going to do it for us.
Until next time.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive. We'll catch you on the next one.
Sound the alarm. I'm coming up. We'll have a ball. I'm sweet like a buttercup. You're Bobby doll. Show them all what I'm made up. Strut down the hall. Won't stop till